Hey guys, and welcome to Simple Trade. We are 1 hour before the closing bell, and maybe the whole market right now is trading with negative and red. The SPY is trading with declines of 0.18%, but I'm up today by 4,500 and $1.20, actually only with one specific trade, simple trade. Actually, two trades I had today, and we will talk about that. In our online trading room, there was a couple of trades. We will not get into it. I will like to do with you kind of a recap for the day, and also to give you kind of a lesson how we can predict and to identify where to buy the stock and where to sell the stock, combining with indicators like the VWAP and the moving averages. So first of all, my trade on TGTX was as a momentum trade at price of $10.80, and I rode it till the price of $11.43. It was very fast trade, and I took most of the profit from over there. And another trade was with RNVA, but I lost 4 cents in the overall. So I'm up, like I said, $4,501. It was I most of the time I would just watch on TGTX for the rest of the trading session because it was increasing its value by more than 100% today. It was the hot stock of today. I also mentioned TGTX on the market review that I'm actually doing every day. While you're trading and looking at the chart, basically the chart is reflected by the level 2. By also looking at the chart and to analyzing the chart, you can predict and to understand where the stock is heading. So first of all, like I said, most of the time I'm using a blank chart without no indicators, but this is the other screen that I'm using. I have my watch list over here, a couple of charts, the daily chart, the 15, the 5, I have the sectors is over here also. But I'm looking at the indicators. It's providing me where the stock is heading and where I should buy the stock or sell the stock, if it's worth to buy the stock and not only buy the candlesticks. So first of all, like I said, what you see over here is the VWAP. The yellow line is the VWAP of the period of 14. And if you asking what is the VWAP, so the VWAP is the average price weighted by volume. Is calculated the price of the stock after editing the dollars traded for every trade and dividend by the amount of total shares. If you don't really get into it and to understand, it's all right. It's not very complicated, but you can go into our website and look. There is a lesson on the VWAP. And those two other lines that you see over here is the moving averages, the simple moving averages. And the SMA, that's how they called. The SMA is calculation of the stock closing price in the last days or minutes. The SMA is using to analyze large time scales as days, weeks, months, and so on. I'm using the 14 and the 7. The 7 is the red and 14 is the blue one. So how you can predict and to understand where the stock is basically heading? First of all, you can draw lines, like I said in a few recaps before. If you can draw lines, let's assume we don't have this all section over here. If you draw a line, right now it's using as a resistance line. As soon it's actually breaking this line, it's providing you the possibility that the stock will keep heading north. It's not very sure that will happen, but still it can providing you kind of indication where the stock is heading. If you're looking at the moving averages, as soon the moving averages and the VWAP is combining the whole trade together, and you can understand and to identify where the stock is heading. First of all, if you see those, let's do kind of a zoom in. For example, if you see those lines, look at that cross. That cross is look at that cross. That cross is called golden cross. As soon the lower line is crossing the upper line, of the moving averages. As soon as it's happening, it's actually a golden cross, and you can see it on the volume over here, and you can see this high momentum candle that's providing you that you can buy the stock. It's not very surely it's happening, but still it's providing you kind of indication that you can buy the stock. And right now the moving averages is heading for a golden cross. Over here is the same thing, just for the other direction. It's called a death cross. A death cross, it's when the upper line is crossing the lower line and is providing you an indication that the stock is heading for the downtrend. As we can see on the VWAP is, like I said before, the VWAP is calculating the average price weighted by volume. So it's also providing you kind of indication that it's using as a support level or a resistance level. I will give you kind of an example. Over here you can see a breakout of the VWAP, but there is a false breakout. A false breakout, and after that you can see a continuation of the declines because the VWAP was used as a resistance level. Again, over here in this area, and again in this specific area also. While you are looking and analyzing the stock, you need to see the volume and you need to see the prices when they are actually traded above the moving averages. As soon as they are higher than the moving averages, it's still looking pretty good for the continuation of the trend. Eventually, when the stock and the prices is far from the moving averages, you can see it very far, not very tight. You can assume that the price right now is overbought, and after that a decline will comes along. And while you are analyzing the stock, for example, if we are placing a line that we'll use as a resistance level over here, because we have those two candles, because the prices right now is not crossing those time the resistance level. Right now, after that, you can see kind of a breakout of the resistance level. You see that the prices is heading and crossing also and breaking the lower line of the moving average and heading to this direction. After that, you can understand that there is another resistance level over here at the price of $10, because the simple moving average of the 14 is over here. It is using as a resistance level. When if it will cross, there will be another resistance level that can stop the price from going higher at the price of 10.20, because the VWAP is over here also. Those prices and those lines, those simple moving averages, are not crossing each other and they are very far from each other. Also, if we will take a line and we'll draw a line over here, let's do it more accurate, from those line to this line over here, you can understand that towards a breakout of the trend. If we will draw a line from the higher price, it just if it will break again the 10.20, it may indicate of a bullish sign for a buy, and after that you can understand there will be high momentum of the stock. So I hope you understand about that. And while you are analyzing the stock, surely understand that when the price and the candlestick are above the moving averages or lower, providing you the indication if the stock is overbought or it's oversold. It's providing you kind of indication where the stock is heading. As I said before, it's still having a trouble to cross the $10, and it will may keep declining down because there is the line of is using as a resistance level also. Maybe there was a breakout of the lower line of the simple moving averages, but there is the upper line, and after that there is the VWAP, and still there is more sellers than buyers. And I hope you understand, because it's very simple to read the lines and to use the moving averages, combining with the VWAP, the prices, the candlesticks trending below the moving averages, above the moving averages, between the moving averages to the VWAP, above the VWAP. As soon as the stock is above the VWAP, there is a high momentum on the stock, and you can see it over here also on the volume. As soon as the stock is heading above the VWAP, is surely give you the indication there is a lot of buyers. That the VWAP indicates the decent price of a stock and is used by institutional investors or investment houses to measure the quality of their trades. Institutions and bankers can open large positions at once. They need to build their trade safe and slow. So institution will use the VWAP in order to buy the shares in an average price or below. They will buy below the VWAP and sell above it. And because of that, you can see there is a high momentum, and after that, there was a dumping of shares over here in this specific area. And as soon as it's crossing the VWAP, you can understand how it goes and where the stock is basically heading. Also, like I said before, start to draw lines. It's more the important things. While you're drawing lines, there is, like I said before, kind of resistance and support levels, and you can understand and predict where the stock is heading. It's very simple. You just need to practice it more and more, and just look at the chart. Look at the chart and start to analyze and to see where the stock and the price is crossing the moving averages or the VWAP and what is actually heading, and then you can study it more better. So I hope you understand, guys, how the VWAP is working and how I combining the VWAP with the moving averages. And like I said before, I'm up by 4,520 cents today. It was nice day. So thank you everyone, and I hope you understand how to use the SMA and how to use the VWAP. If you don't, you can check our website, or you can send me a message. I will be more than happy to guide you and assist you more, and have a lovely day.